Okay. Hello, everyone. Hi. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Excuse me. Hello. Hello and welcome back to Minecraft Monday. Very exciting. First regular live stream of the year. We're finally back. Had a great Christmas break, great New Year's. You know, a great couple of weeks away from this, but I'm glad to be getting back into it, and I'm looking forward to it. We got big plans for this year, so we're going to get started in just a minute. We're back in Create Ad Astra, my custom mod pack based on Create and Ad Astra, and we are a little bit late. I'm very sorry that we're a little bit late today. Bit of trouble with the game, unfortunately. I think because I've not played on the mod on this world for so long, it just a few problems have accumulated, but we should be all right. We'll see how we get on. Let me know if you can see and hear me all right, by the way, before we start. It's pointless asking because there's 0 viewers right now, so we'll give it a minute for a couple more people to join. But yeah, the plan is we're going to be playing some more Create Ad Astra. And we're going to be trying to... Well, obviously our long-term goal is to go to space. And to do that we need to build a rocket. And to do that we need steel, which is why today we're going to try and get our steel production fully automated. We're very close to achieving that. We've just got a couple more bits and pieces that need to be done. I guess we'll dive into it, and hopefully a few people will file in as we go. But yeah, the plan is for today we need to finish automating the rail network. Hey, Sandwich Maker, how you doing? Welcome. So we need to finish automating the incoming of materials to the factory. Basically, we have 2 mining drills. We got one over in the west here, which is mining iron, and we got one over in the east here, which is mining coal, and we got 2 trains to bring the coal and iron to our main factory here. Now, the problem is, as you can see, we've only got 1 platform, which means that the trains, if there's a train here, and another train needs to get in, there's going to be a collision. So basically, the most important thing that we need to do today is signaling. We need to get signals set up so that our trains aren't going to collide with each other. Once we've done that, the automation's done, more or less. We've got all the machinery to actually process the materials. We've got the iron train already automated. The coal train, like I say, all we need to do is get some signals set up, and that can start coming in as well. But once we've done that, everything's already in place to start processing. If we head upstairs real quick, you've probably seen the machine up here before. But for anyone who hasn't seen it, if this is your first time watching, this machine here is our ore processor. So it's going to bring in the raw ore, which is then going to be crushed and then washed, which gives us ingots. Which gives us nuggets, sorry. Those nuggets are then going to be pressed here, which turns them into ingots. And then when we get iron and coal together, they'll be mixed and combined to make steel. That's the plan. That's the plan. And if we check the vaults on the 2nd floor, we've already got a little bit of each of these things. We got just over a stack of steel so far. We got some brass. We've got no gold. Oh, that's gold. What's this one then? That's zinc. We got no zinc. We got 203 copper. We got over 1,000 iron. So iron we're doing all right for at the minute, probably because we've already automated the iron drill. Zinc, we don't have any zinc. That's a problem. We've got just over a stack of zinc in our backpack, and there might be some in the main storage vault. But we are going to need to get more of that at some point as well. Have you ever heard of a mod called Create Technomancy? I haven't, Alex, no. What is it? By the sounds of it, it's some kind of combination of, like, tech and, like, magic. I don't really use magic mods that much, to be honest. It's not really my thing. Okay, we are absolutely out of zinc, then. Okay, let's head over to the zinc mine and see how long it takes before the game freezes. I've had a lot of this has been happening lately, and it's weird because I haven't updated any of the mods. I haven't changed any of the mods since the last episode, but for some reason, getting a lot of lag today. So I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I am going to put a fresh canister of biodiesel here so that we can start mining. Factory area is looking great. Thank you, Draydog. Thanks very much. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's mining again. Eventually, we're going to need to connect this up to the rail network as well. It's quite far, although not quite as far as the iron mine, so I think manageable. Hi, Lola. Your factory and base area is looking great. Thank you, Draydog. Yeah, eventually we'll have to build a railway line up to the zinc mine as well. I think for now we can manage without it. Most of the recipes that use zinc can also use iron as well. It's only the copycats, really, that we absolutely need zinc for. So for the time being, we'll just keep refueling this manually, as we've been doing for the others. The coal mine, though, this is... Again, it's going to freeze, but... this is what we really need to be getting hooked up today. So we currently have... There should be coal in there right now, actually, because this has been refueling. You can see that the fluid interface there is interfacing with the brake van, and we've actually got the storage, the fluid storage tank in the brake van. But that's working, which means that we have got some coal. The mining drill has been working, and there should be some coal in the wagon right now, which we can't see because it's hidden underneath this imitation coal. But if we get this back to the factory, we should be able to start producing steel with it. The only problem is we can't get it back to the factory because it's going to collide with the other train, which is why we need to make some signals. So that's going to be our next priority. Let's have a quick look. Train signal. It's just an electron tube and a train casing, and it gives us 4 signals, so that's a pretty good exchange. And we already have 1 electron tube, so let's go ahead and make one. Wait, where's... Oh, we need train casing, not brass casing. Do I have train casings? No, I don't. Do I have brass casings? Do I have any casings? Yes, we got brass. We found out that our planes don't really like snow. Oh dear, Lola. We haven't really had much snow here, to be quite honest. We did have a tiny bit last night, but it didn't settle. Okay, I think we're going to need to make some more sturdy sheets. Had lots of snow. Nice one, Isaac. Okay. I think 4 should be enough for now. I don't think we're going to be building any more trains themselves for a while, but we do still need train casings for signals and a few other bits and pieces. So it's a good idea to have some train casings, you know, ready to go. Thanks for the roses, Stray Dog. Okay, here we go. that gets us 4 signals. Now, the way these signals work is kind of like the train stations. You right-click on a section of track, and then that maps the signal to that track. And it uses an absolute block signaling system, which is the same system that we use in the UK. So, very, very simple. Basically, you split the track into blocks, and there can only ever be one train in each block. So if we put a signal here, for example, the factory is now a single block, so there can never be more than one train inside the factory. And if a train is already in the factory and another train comes up, it'll stop here, because the signal would be red. Now, we don't actually want the signal there. That's a terrible place to have the signal, because this is a single section of track. Freeze, there we go. What we actually want to do is have signals on either side of the Y here. I think that's going to be the best option. So, yeah, I think this section here and the entire triangle should all be one single block. So if the iron train is in the station, the coal train will stop here. And if the coal train's in the station, the iron train will stop here. So we're going to need two signals on the entrance there. And I think you need... do you need exit signals as well? I don't think we do. Although, actually, no. We will need exit signals because there's a straight section of track along the bottom as well. So... I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. The other thing we need to do before we can place any signals as well is we need to make some more electron tubes. Kept getting delayed because of the Venezuela thing. Oh, yeah. I imagine that's causing havoc for everyone. Nixie tubes, that's what we need. Okay, just 2 electron tubes side by side. An iron sheet and some polished rose quartz. Do we have any of that? Sorry about my voice today, by the way. As you can hear, a little bit of a sore throat. It's been absolutely freezing, as I'm sure you know. So the weather has definitely gotten to me. But I'm okay. Like I say, just a bit of a runny nose and a sore throat. I'll be fine. I'll pull through. We need quartz. That's what we need. Other way around. I always get this recipe the wrong way round. It's 8 redstone and 1 quartz. So I think the redstone situation is starting to get pretty desperate now as well. Oh, never mind, we got 570 redstone in storage. Okay, we're good. We're good for redstone. Do we have sandpaper? We do. I think it's only got 1 use left in it, though. Oh, no. Perfect. 2 iron sheets we're going to need. There we go. And 2 electron tubes. Then that gets us 4 Nixie tubes. Basically, we can have either colour light signals or we can have semaphore signals. Semaphores are the signals with an actual physical arm that moves up and down. I'm going to use colour light signals because they're a bit more modern, and we've got a fairly modern aesthetic, I think, with what we've built so far. So we're not going to bother with semaphores. You can do both. You can put like a colour light signal on one side and a semaphore on the other. As long as it's connected to the actual signal block, it'll work fine. What mod pack is this? This is a custom mod pack by me, Fred. This is called Create Ad Astra. You can get it on my Discord server in the Minecraft channel. The main mods are Create and Ad Astra, but there's about There's about 100 mods in the pack in total. Okay, so we're going to have the signals, because the signals are on the bridge, we'll just have them mounted on the side. Should we have it 2 blocks up or 3 blocks up? I think 2 blocks works. And then the light on the side. Yes, that's good, that's good. So this now splits... Basically, we've split the network into 2 blocks. So block 1 is everything in this direction. Block 2 is everything in this direction. We're going to add another block on the other side of the Y here. Which will be just here. What shaders do you use, says Felix? So this is a shader called Mellow. Really, really great shader. I don't like shaders that change the look of the game too much. I like a nice vanilla-ish shader. And this one here, Mellow, it gives a really good... it enhances the visuals a little bit, but it's not too extreme. Oh, okay. The signals are working now. So... This is actually, it doesn't look like it's lit up, but actually the signal, the white light is active right now. That's because this block here is empty. So any signal that's, in front of an empty block will have a white light. Any signal that's in front of an occupied block will have a red light. So if we put another signal on the opposite side here, which I think we're going to have to do... There we go. Okay, so now this signal's got a red light because that block ahead of us is occupied. There's a train at the iron mine right now. Here it is. That means that this whole section of track is occupied, which means no other trains can enter this block. And if we do the same at this side, because there is a coal train down at the other end of this line, then no trains will be able to enter this block either. There we go. So again, red light because that block's occupied, red light because that block's occupied. This block isn't occupied, so both of these signals are white. Good. And it's as simple as that. We should now be able to give a schedule to the coal train and not have to worry about it colliding with the iron train. So let's go and do that. Let's go and get those schedules set up. Obviously, there will be more signals eventually. Like, we got the whole rail yard here. That's going to need to be split up into a few different blocks so that we can have trains in the sidings and stuff like that. But for now, this will be enough for us to automate the steel production, which is what we really need to be doing. Do we have a train schedule? Wait, hang on. I think we do, don't we? Yes, we do. We got 3. Okay, so I'm going to actually go to the iron mine first because I want to double check the schedule of that train. I want to see what's going on with that one. There's probably going to be quite a big lag spike because there always is whenever we come to the iron mine. Okay, well, I wasn't expecting it to completely freeze. I'm gonna have to restart the game, aren't I? Yeah, it's completely frozen. Good. I can't even close the game. Has your game frozen? Yes, it has, Lola. It's crashed, yeah. Like I said earlier, it's for some reason today. The reason that the stream started late is because I was trying to sort this problem out. Because I haven't updated the game at all since I last played. Haven't updated any of the mods. Haven't updated any of the shaders. It's exactly the same as it was last time I played. Yet for some reason, there's these huge lag problems that weren't there in the last episode. I have genuinely no idea why. It could be an update to my computer itself. I did update my graphics drivers a few days ago, so it could be something to do with that. I really have no idea. Hopefully it won't take us too long to get back in. I didn't want to cancel the first stream of the year, though. It seemed a bit unfortunate. It wouldn't have been right for me to cancel the first stream of the year. But clearly something has gone wrong with the game, and I will need to try and get it sorted for next week. This is the problem, you know, obviously I haven't played on this world for about 3 weeks now, and, you know, being the naive idiot that I am, I just assumed, you know, that if I come back after 3 weeks and play on the exact same settings that I was playing on 3 weeks ago, it would run exactly the same as it did 3 weeks ago. But no. Like, half an hour before the stream's supposed to start, I get onto Minecraft, and it's running at like 2 frames per second. And I'm sat there thinking, right, well, why is it doing that? And why is it doing that an hour before I'm supposed to start streaming? So I didn't really have time to fix the problem. We're going to have to just deal with it today. We might get a couple more crashes. At least I've got a week. At least now I know that it's not working properly, so I've got a week to sort it out before the next stream, you know? Okay, here we go. Have you found a place for Space Shuttle? Yes, we got a place in mind for building our launch facility. There's a little valley just north of the base. It kind of looks like a crater. There's quite an open area with steep hills all around. We're going to build our launch pad in the center of that, and we're going to build the actual space base is going to be underground. We've already started building a bit of that. But yeah, this is obviously not how I wanted the first stream of the year to go down. I was hoping things would be a lot smoother. Hopefully not an omen of things to come, but we'll see, you know. Okay, here we go. It's loading back in now. Takes its time, doesn't it? There we go. Okay. Make sure everything's still alright on the stream. Looks good still. Okay, we're back. Now then, we might still get lag. Lag's fine. The occasional stutter is fine. As long as it doesn't crash again, I'll be happy. Okay, what's going on here, by the way? Let's check what's happening with the tanker. 7,000 litres of biodiesel still being extracted. 68 raw iron in there right now. Ow. Give me your schedule, please. Okay. Continue if or after the train holds more than 8 buckets of biodiesel. Should we set that lower? Because I want the train going back to the factory more often. Originally, we had it set that if the train was full of biodiesel, the train would fill up completely with biodiesel, which was like 24 buckets. But that meant that it took forever to actually empty out, so it was hardly ever going back to the factory. I think if we were to set this to, say, 4 buckets... Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. More than 4 buckets. Okay. So, the way this is going to work is the train is going to go to the factory. It's going to fill up its biodiesel tank. When it has more than 4 buckets of biodiesel in the tank, it's going to come to the iron mine. It's going to stay here until it's empty, and then it's going to go back again. That should mean that it's going back and forth often enough that we're bringing iron back to the factory on a regular basis. Let's just test it. Train's now following this schedule. Oh yeah, it's not going to move, is it? It's going to stay here until it's empty. Okay, well, it should work. It should work. So we want to basically do the exact same schedule, but for the coal mine. Okay, this is an identical schedule, but it's set to 8 buckets. So again, set this down to 4 buckets, and then we want to set this to coal mine. Coal mine. There we go. Okay, that should work. Only one way to find out. We're going to go to the coal mine, we're going to give this schedule to the driver, and we're going to see if he can drive. Oh, it's gotten dark as well. I didn't even notice, because we've been underground. Ah! I really need to put a lift here. This is supposed to be a lift, not a ladder. And I keep falling down it. We really need to get the lift sorted. Next week. Next week. We got more important things to do today. Okay, to the coal mine. The escalators are quite stuttery. Oh, I was supposed to lower this down a block as well, wasn't I? Because it can't actually interface here. Yeah, I remember what happened. Just take this out. Okay, that's in the right spot, right? Oh, this train doesn't have any drivers in it. Oh, we need to make some more andesite golems. Why is that still not connecting? They're definitely lined up. Wait. Hang on. It would help if I could actually see a bit closer what was going on here. Was it already in the right place? Have I just moved it for no reason? Yeah, it was already in the right... There was... Okay. Well, that was a waste of time. It's already connected, which means once the schedule's running, we can actually start loading coal up. And I think... Wait. Okay, we need andesite golems. Let's sort that out first. Back to base. We need conductors' hats, which is red wool, cut it, deploy precision mechanism, deploy string. And we do have precision mechanisms because we made a bunch of them before. Wool, poppy. You can make any colour hat for the conductors, but I'm going to use a red one because I like the red hats on them. That's like the traditional colour of a conductor's cap, I feel like, or a black and white one. Right, clear that. Okay. Right, what's gone wrong there? Okay, there we go. Conductor's hat, deploy precision mechanism, and deploy string. We don't have string. There we go, and we need another block of red wool because we need to make another conductor's hat. When you come in on ETS2 again, says Aiden, next Euro Truck stream is going to be next Tuesday. Whatever day that is. Okay, there's our two conductors' hats. I think you just put these on top of an andesite casing, which we already have, so it shouldn't be too difficult to get these guys set up. Back to the coal mine. Back up the escalators. It's just frozen again. Okay, never mind, we're good. I think the escalators are alright as long as you stay still on them. Okay, can we... Oh, see, the problem is we can't put these guys down in the train. Get in. There we go. Okay, and same again. Now, there needs to be two because they can't actually go backwards, which is a bit annoying, actually. I think Create should... I think they should do something about that. It's a bit silly that if you want a train to be able to go forwards and backwards, it has to have two drivers, one facing in each direction. But there we go. We got our two drivers in there. There also isn't enough room in this one for a seat, which means there isn't enough room for a third seat, which means we can't sit in it whilst it's moving. We could maybe... we could add a seat... Yeah, maybe we could add a seat here in the brake fan, and then we could sit in that. Do we have any seats? We don't. How do we make seats? Light grey wool and a slab. That's very, very cheap. Okay, you know what? I think we're going to do that. It does mean we're going to have to disassemble the train, so we'll head back to the... This is why it needs a seat, because we'll fall out every time we go around a corner. Okay, continue. But yeah, if we take this back to the rail yards, put it into one of the sidings, we should be able to disassemble it and add a seat in the brake van. It shouldn't be going this fast either. The max speed should be at half. I think the max speed is set to half on the other train. Okay. Where am I going? Oh, here. Disassemble. Then all we got to do is stick a seat in the back here, and we should be good. I forgot I can't type the letter G in the terminal because it closes it. I can't type the letter G! It pisses me off. Okay, we do have light grey, I just can't search it because we can't type the letter G. Again. There's our seat. Quick question, is anybody actually watching this right now? Because it says my viewer count on Steam is, on TikTok is 0. Now sometimes it is wrong, sometimes it doesn't have the accurate number there. But it says that 0 people are watching right now. So if you are watching, please let me know. Because according to TikTok, nobody is. I should put some steps up here. Right, there we go. Okay, no reply, so I'm guessing that the answer is in fact no. Not one single person is watching this live stream right now. I mean, quite honestly, what's the point? My first year of the stream, my first stream of the year, and literally nobody's watching it. Why am I even bothering? Let me just double check something. Nobody's watching on YouTube right now. Is anybody watching on Twitch right now? Let me just check. Stream. Where do I see my stream? Ah, there we go. One person, apparently. Although, that's just for the whole session. I don't know if that's right now. So I think I can safely say not one single person in the world is watching me stream right now. Which is insane. Nobody. Again, if you are watching the stream, please let me know. Please just leave a comment that just says, I'm watching. Because right now it seems like literally nobody is. Okay, back the other way. Nobody is. Nobody. Okay. Quite frankly, what's the point then? If there's literally not a single person in the entire world watching the live stream right now, what is the point? There isn't one. Goodbye, everyone.